Just when the Minnesota Vikings thought they could keep the momentum alive, their season takes a massive hit. Star left tackle Christian Darrisaw, one of the league's top players, is now out for the rest of the season with a devastating knee injury. How will the Vikings adjust? And can they stay competitive in the NFC North without him? Let's dive into the impact and what's next for Minnesota's offense. The Minnesota Vikings faced a greater setback than just a game loss in there. Thursday night football matchup against the Los Angeles Rams. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell announced on Friday that left tackle Christian Darrisaw, regarded as one of the NFL's top players in his role, will miss the rest of the season due to a significant injury to his left knee. According to ESPN, Darrisaw suffered both an ACL and MCL tear. Was holding out hope last night that maybe the imaging would reveal a less significant injury. But unfortunately, that is not the case, O'Connell said. We'll determine the best course of action in terms of the procedure that will repair the injury. I know CD will be right back where he was this year, which is one of the best left tackles in football. The injury happened in the third quarter of the Vikings' 30-20 defeat, when Rams safety Jalen Nakala landed on Christian Darrisaw's lower leg while tackling. Vikings running back Aaron Jones from behind. Darrisaw's leg twisted unnaturally, and he had to be assisted off the field by the team's trainers. Losing Darrisaw is a significant blow for the Vikings, who have now dropped 2 games in a row after starting the season 5-0. With Darrisaw's performance being a key factor in their strong opening, the former first-round pick secured a 4-year, $113 million extension last offseason, with $77 million guaranteed, and was performing at the elite level the Vikings expected. According to Pro Football Focus, his play ranks 9th out of 76 NFL tackles this season, aiding both running back Aaron Jones and quarterback Sam Darnold in their comeback seasons. Aside from Justin Jefferson, no player may have been more crucial to the Vikings' offense than Darrisaw. Now, Minnesota faces the challenge of finding a replacement to remain competitive in the tough NFC North. Veteran backup David Quessenberry filled in for Darrisaw for the remainder of Thursday's game. But head coach Kevin O'Connell noted that the Vikings would explore several options for a season-long replacement. According to ESPN, possibilities include shifting left guard Blake Brandel, who has experience at left tackle, or considering 6th-round rookie Walter Rouse. I thought Quessenberry settled in and did some things to help us, O'Connell said. But yeah, whether when you talk about that mentality of trying to get the best 5 guys in there, not only those 5 options, but then what's the rest of the depth look like? I do feel like this is where your O-line depth that we felt good about throughout training camp and then leading into the season gives you possibilities. And we'll continue to have that dialogue within our coaching staff, and we'll figure out what the best plan of attack is moving forward. I do think there are multiple options on the table with that, and that's what we've got to figure out. Following their Thursday game, the Vikings have an extended week to determine Darrisaw's replacement before facing the Indianapolis Colts on November 3rd. More news. Identifying 3 key issues with the Vikings defense after another loss. In the first 5 weeks, the Vikings defense had an incredible start, generating sacks and takeaways at an elite level, topping the NFL in various advanced metrics. However, after allowing 59 points, 777 yards, and 45 first downs over 2 losses in 5 days, serious questions have emerged about Brian Flores' unit. Let's look at 3 key concerns from this recent slump. 1. The impact of Blake Cashman's absence. Is Cashman the MVP of the Vikings defense? Given their performance without him, it's possible. In the first 5 games, the former Gopher excelled in all aspects of the linebacker role. He's their top coverage player at that position, strong against the run, and a capable blitzer. However, a turf toe injury has kept him out since the London game, putting Evon Pace Jr. in a full-time role. While Pace is explosive in downhill plays, he doesn't match Cashman's coverage skills, a major area that both Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford took advantage of against the Vikings was the middle of the field at the second level. This is the space behind the linebackers, but in front of the safeties. Cashman plays a key role in covering this area, so his return for the Week 9 game against the Colts would be significant. 2. Outside of Jonathan Greenard, the pass rush was largely quiet. Greenard has been among the NFL's top pass rushers this season. He delivered once again on Thursday night with 5 pressures, the only player in the league to achieve this consistently each game, earning an impressive 89.8 PFF grade. However, beyond his efforts, the Vikings' pass rush had little presence, pressuring Matthew Stafford on less than 25% of his dropbacks. Players like Pat Jones, too, and Jonathan Bullard contributed minimally despite their prominent roles. Meanwhile, Harrison Phillips, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Jerry Tillery provided stable but unremarkable support in the pass rush. For the most part, Stafford had clean pockets to work from as he picked apart the Vikings' defense. The lack of pressure from players outside of Greenard is concerning. It reinforces the notion that the team's biggest roster need is a defensive tackle who can get to the quarterback.